Hey, my name is Elise, and I'm going to show you a few more things you can do using dialog boxes since our last tutorial. We're going to get into using proposals, reacting to events rather than just word inputs, using animated speech motions, and looking at more resources and more things to learn on your own. So first up, we can talk about proposals, which are a little bit like robot outputs without inputs. You define them like this. For instance, you can say, "What's your name?" And another proposal might be, "I can't hear you." Proposal might be, "What did you say?" Proposal could be, "Please speak louder." Okay, so now we've got 4 proposals set up, and we need a way to call them so that the robot actually says them out loud. Let's use an input rule where I say hello, and the robot says next proposal. This is a command that just refers to the next proposal in the list after what the robot said last time. If it hasn't set any proposals yet, it starts at the top. So the first time I say hello, it says, "What is your name?" The next time I say hello, it says, "I can't hear you," etc. There's also a previous proposal that you can refer to. And that one does not act as the opposite of the next proposal. It does not cycle you back the other way. What it does is it saves the last but one proposal that the robot has said, whatever order it was from, and says it again. So let's have a practical demonstration of what this entails. Hello.
What is your name?
Hello.
I can't hear you.
Hello.
What did you say?
What?
I can't hear you.
Hello.
Please speak louder.
What?
I can't hear you.
So that is a pretty interesting pair of commands that allow you to refer to different proposals, and there are many more than just this. You can find them in the KeyChat documentation on the now Aldebaran documentation site, and there are many different ways of looking into further KeyChat capabilities. You can go to the table of contents and just take a look all the way through. You can browse through the syntax, the overview, or even a handy little cheat sheet that they've got. So I highly recommend going and taking a look at that, especially if you want to know all of the things that I'm not going to have time to get to in these 2 tutorials. One thing we can get to, though, is having the robot react to events that are not just speech inputs. For example, its handy-dandy little foot bumpers down here are pretty cool little buttons. I'm going to have it react to a touch on one of its buttons. In order to refer to an event, you have E:, and then you can type in the name of the event, such as right bumper pressed. I'll have it say, "Hey, my foot." Okay, let's save that and run it.
Hey, my foot.
Cool. It doesn't respond to a left bumper press because I did not specify that. But if I want it to respond to either the right bumper or the left bumper pressed, I can use my standard little choice brackets and put both events in there. Let's save it and run it.
Hey, my foot. Hey, my foot.
Cool. You can use combinations of events and verbal input. For example, let's have it use a face detected event along with "hi there." And it can say, "Well, hi back." This means that it needs to detect a face first and then hear the words "hi there," and then it will say, "Well, hi back." You always have to put the event before the words if you're using these 2 in combination. Let's try it. "Hi there."
Well, hi back.
Pretty cool. It's in case you didn't see me on the camera, I was facing the robot directly. Okay, so we've got reacting to events, a quick overview of that. What about using animated speech? This is a way in which we can attach motions to the robot's speech. If you haven't seen it, I've been keeping my robot resting this whole time so as not to make the motors too hot, but when the motors are engaged and the robot is speaking through a dialog box, it's got quite a few fun animations and gestures that make it very engaging to watch talking. We can actually refer to those gestures individually and call them when we want to. Here is a list of all the gestures, right here, all the gestures available by default that you can call. I decided to use this enthusiastic one. We're going to have the robot say, after I say robot, we're going to have it say, "Boy, am I glad to see you." And what we're going to do is call the animation using this start command. Here I'm going to copy this and put it in the parentheses so it starts that animation. Now let's wake up the robot so that its motors are engaged and play this. Robot.
Please speak louder. Hey, my foot.
Robot.
Boy, am I glad to see you.
Cool. It used that fun, enthusiastic animation after it actually recognized that I said robot and made a little arm pump. But there is something. If this speech is too short and the animation happens to run past the end of the speech, the robot will just stop the animation in the middle instead of continuing it to the end. So in order to get the robot to keep on doing that animation, you have to add "wait" and the name of the animation again at the end of the speech. That way, it will start the animation, keep doing it while it talks back, and then continue the animation until it's ended, and that will finish off its reply. So one more time. Robot.
Boy, am I glad to see you.
Cool. Well, as you can see, there is a whole lot more to learn about these dialogue tables in this syntax called KeyChat. There's the introduction, the syntax, the overview, and the cheat sheet, which are all really good documentations, really good resources that you should take a look at. If you want to know all of the different events that the robot can respond to, there's a big old list of them here. You can get details on any one by clicking on it, and you can experiment with them on your own. If you want a list of all the automatically available animations, they're here, and you can call to any one of them by name. In fact, you can make your own by using timeline boxes and installing them on the robot. There is a tutorial for doing that on the Now documentation site. But that is beyond the scope of this tutorial. That's about as much as we can cover in 2 videos. So I hope that you can take it upon yourself to find out everything you need to do using dialog boxes, which are a very powerful tool in this version of Choreograph. So thank you very much for listening.